Hi, how are you? Welcome to SOC 212, Migration, Globalization, and Culture. My name is Edgar Zavala, and I will be your instructor for this course. I'm glad you're here. I'm looking forward to exploring this topic with you over the next 4 weeks. This is a fully asynchronous course, which means you can engage with the materials on your own schedule each week. However, even though we will not meet live, this course is designed to be interactive, reflective, and closely connected to the real world. This course asks a few questions, like why do people migrate? How do global economic and political systems shape migration? And like how do societies respond culturally to newcomers? We will examine migration not just as individual choice, but something deeply connected to global structures, such as capitalism, inequality, state power, and development, and to local culture responses, ranging from inclusion to exclusion. Throughout this course, you will learn how sociologists explain migration using theory. You will encounter concepts like push and pull factors, which help explain why people leave some places and move to others, global inequality, and how uneven development shapes migration flows, multiculturalism, which emphasizes inclusion and cultural pluralism, ethnic nationalism and nativism, which emphasizes inclusion and boundaries. By the end of this course, you should be able to use these ideas to analyze real migration issues happening today, locally, nationally, and globally. For this week 1, by the way, it's very short, this course, 4 weeks only, but I tried to condense the materials in these 4 weeks, at least what I believe are the most important one you to make sure to learn. So for this week, our focus is on understanding migration as a global structural process. This means we're stepping back from individual stories for a moment and asking what larger systems are at work. This week, you will explore how global political and economic structures, such as labor markets, economic inequality, and globalization, create conditions where migration becomes more likely and sometimes unavoidable. One key idea to keep in mind is that migration does not happen in a vacuum, right? I mean, decisions to migrate are often shaped by forces far beyond the individual, including economic demand for labor, historical relationships between countries, and unequal access to resources and opportunity. As you complete the readings, in some cases you have been readings. I have a lot of videos, so apologies for that. But I hope it helps you. That's why I record this video myself. But I know sometimes I'm not too boring, so I added some of other videos from other people to explain some of these concepts. You have the textbook, so also feel free to read the textbook to get the theoretical concepts understanding. Anyway, as you complete the readings, right, and the videos, try to think about how global systems connect to everyday human movement. Each week, you will be asked to engage with readings. As I said, these short videos. There's an assignment every week, and that's the assignment. You could select to do a video in some cases, or a paper. In some cases, it's only the paper or it's only the video. So, not too many options, just 4 weeks. So I hope you enjoy this class, these 4 weeks. So my advice is to focus on quality over quantity, right? My goal is for you to learn at least a couple of concepts, understand them, and use them in real life, so that when you finish this course, you're like, oh, I learned this theory. I know these 4 or 5 theories, or I understand this concept, so that imagine you can explain that to a fellow, a colleague, an acquaintance, or someone in the future. That's my goal. For me, that's part of learning. So my goal is not just go there, write a paper, submit to get a grade, which I know we are all one a good grade, and we believe that's the goal of education, but that's not my goal. My goal is for you to really take your time, learn some of these theories, some of these concepts, and apply it. Like maybe tomorrow you go and meet a friend or a potential girlfriend or boyfriend or something, and you need to do some conversation. And hopefully this class will give you some of this information so that you can start a conversation, you can have a thorough conversation. So again, quality over quantity, right? So you don't need to summarize everything you read, right? You need to choose, again, 1 or 2 concepts to explain them clearly in your video or your paper. Then if you can apply them thoughtfully to an example, either your life or someone else's, that'd be great. I think that would be the ideal to confirm that you understood the concept or you understand the concept. Also, be sure to participate in the discussion forums. Just posting there, for me to realize that you're understanding, reading the materials. Try not to use AI a lot, or if you use AI, that's fine with me. Just don't copy paste AI, right? So use AI as your assistant, right? Imagine you're asking someone, hey, do research on this topic and provide me with the sources of the information. They can find newspapers, they can find magazines, they can find, videos. So just watch that information and then try to write this posting by yourself through the information that maybe the AI help you found, right? Make sure that, this is a space for respectful dialogue, so critical thinking and learning from each other's perspective. So migration is one of the most important social issues of our time, right? And understanding it requires both empathy and critical analysis, and mostly here in the United States, right? My goal is for you to live, again, this course, not just with the information, as I said, but with the tools to think sociologically about the world, right, around us, around you. So please begin by reviewing week number 1. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me an email. My email is there in the model, and I'm excited to get started with you. So welcome again to SOC 212, and I will see you in the course. Thank you. Have a wonderful week.